Today is August 25th. Welcome on into Daily Cards Live here on ClaibsOnline.com, brought to you by Munganass St. Louis Acura and Royal Banks of Missouri. I'm Joe Roderick. He's Bob Ramsey. Rammer, before we get into the Phillies and Cardinals weekend series, you were at the Springfield Cardinals game last night.
Yep.
How did Tink Hence look?
He did not start.
What?
He did not start. So it was a little bit of a letdown, but it was a rare, really long game. 22 runs were scored. Let me pull up the box score. It was a crazy night, but got to see a lot of offense, some young players. Victor Scott is, I think, the real deal. Joe, the real deal. First at bat, he hits a bomb. He robs another guy of an extra base hit, running it down in center field. Scores from first on a double. Just blazing speed. Had a double later. Thagasi has a tremendous swing. Maybe a little bit long, but for a guy who's not huge, really hits the ball hard. It was very encouraging. It's a great ballpark. Folks, if you've not been to a Springfield Cardinals game, you need to go. If you love baseball, you'll love seeing a game there.
It's 12-10, the final score. It looks like Tink Hence is set to start tonight in the game. But you will not be there for that one. No. So you hopefully still had enjoyed yourself, as you mentioned. A lot of offense scored in that one. And I also saw, who was it? Thomas Sagassi? How do you pronounce whoever that, also with a home run last night as well. 2-run home run last night. Seems to be hitting the ball well down there for those Springfield Cardinals.
Speaking of the Springfield Cardinals, did you know they have an alternate name?
No.
Yes, I guess it's a new thing in the minor leagues this year. Teams have alternate names, and it's they're the Springfield Cashew Chickens.
Okay.
Yep.
Is there a sponsorship? Is there a sponsorship behind that, or
the logo is an actual box of Chinese food open and cashew chicken popping out of it?
Okay. Memphis are the chick. They'll sometimes wear the old uniforms, the Chicks.
That's
right?
Throwback. Throwback. That's different.
Is that a play on it from is that why they are okay? So there's no relation, no sponsorship. They just went with the Cashew Chickens.
Yep. Well, I guess somebody told me, and I cannot verify it, that this cashew chicken recipe was either originated or made famous in Springfield.
Okay.
I can't personally verify that. Regardless of why, they have embraced cashew chicken.
Huh. Well, moving on to the night game tonight, Cardinals and the Phillies. First of three, the Phillies with a 69 and a 58 record right now, in position to make the postseason in a wild card spot, and the Cardinals, a long way from even being at 500 this year. Only allowed to lose 9 more games the rest of the year if they somehow want to try to be 500 by the time the season comes to an end. No bootlegging lineup for the Cardinals just yet, but a big weekend going on out at Bootlegging. I was at Bootlegging Bob's last night doing Weekend Joe, which you'll be able to find later this afternoon up on Claibs Online. But this weekend out at Bootlegging Bob's in Tower Grove Park, it will be the 32nd annual Morgan Ford Stumble. down there. So you can get ready to stumble your way from the Festival of Nations in Tower Grove Park down to Bootleg and Bob's this weekend. So make sure to make your plans for that. I can also tell you Central State Sandwiches will be set up at Second Shift Brewing on Sunday. Bootleg and Tavern in the Grove, they will be closed on Sunday. They're going on a company float trip this weekend, so they are closing up shop on Sunday. All the employees will be floating down the river, so you cannot get your barbecue there this Sunday. Make plans to go there next week. For the Phillies, Kyle Schwarber leads off and plays left. Trey Turner is at short. Bryce Harper DHs. Nick Castellanos is in right. Bryson Stott is at second. Alex at third. Brandon Marsh in center. Jake Cave at first, and Garrett Stubbs is behind the plate. Christopher Sanchez, a lefty, is on the mound for the Phillies tonight. He is, and as I made sure to mention, that he is a lefty because the Cardinals earlier today activated Nolan Gorman from the injured list. So Nolan Gorman is active and can play tonight, but will he with the lefty on the mound?
Well, you put Edman in center. You could put Gorman at second then to play alongside Wynn. And then you probably do you put Baker DHing and Contreras catch? Do you want Kisner back in there with Contreras at DH? They still might have to have another left-handed bat in there. It'll be interesting to see how they want to play it.
Jose Fermin has been optioned to AAA. He is the resulting move with Nolan Gorman being activated from the 10-day IL. Drew Verhagen placed on bereavement list for the weekend. So that means Guillermo Zuniga has been recalled from Memphis until Drew Verhagen is able to rejoin the ball club. Last time Zuniga was called up, never threw a pitch and was sent right back down. So a hard throwing guy. I mean, if you remember, he kind of wowed some people in the World Baseball Classic with how hard he threw, and got one stint earlier this year with the Cardinals where he actually pitched, and people were again wowed by how hard he threw.
Yeah. It'll be O'Neill in left, Walker in right,
Edman in center. And then you'll have Motter on the bench. I think they'll go with Baker DHing. We'll see. Okay. We as I said, we don't have those lineups for you tonight. But you can look ahead later and see what those look like when they get posted. Outside of that, baseball news from around Major League Baseball. Rammer Shohei Ohtani is going to be headed to the East Coast with the Angels this weekend. He is going to continue to DH as he tries to figure out what's going on with his elbow for the future. But I mean, it's clear he's not going to be a pitcher in Major League Baseball in 2024.
You know, we asked for the last couple of years. I wonder why more players don't do both. Could be coincidental, but maybe this is why.
Yeah. By the way, and just kind of an idea with Shohei Ohtani and the injury that he had with needing Tommy John is from a hitter standpoint. You can look at Bryce Harper tonight with the Phillies. See when he came back. If you remember, he waited till after the World Series last year he waited till after the World Series to get his to have Tommy John last year. And missed about the first month of the season, came back way ahead of schedule with the Phillies just to be able to DH for the ball club this year, and then put in the work and tried to become a first baseman and has played first base. He played first base in the Little League game just the other day, while Rhys Hoskins is down for the year with a torn ACL.
And we don't know if there's a direct correlation. He has not hit for the power we've seen in the past. Is that coincidental? Is there another issue there, another story? Don't know, but he has not hit for power, but he still hits, and he hits the ball hard.
Yeah, this Phillies team, I'm looking forward to catching the games when I can this weekend. I really do enjoy this team that they've put together out there. Yeah. They have made the necessary adjustments to stay competitive. Last year, we remember how terrible they started off, and then end up making the run all the way to the World Series last year. So it is a team that they fixed whatever flaws they had, and a very fun, deep lineup that they have.
The thing about that lineup that just drives me crazy, being the lineup nerd, is that Schwarber must be a lot like Matt Carpenter in that he's got to hit leadoff. Where you see his numbers, he's not a good leadoff guy, although he's hit better in August and drawn a few more walks. But his overall numbers do not look like a leadoff hitter. They look like a number 6 hitter. And with all the RBIs he's had, you'd have to think he would have more RBIs if he were hitting down in the lineup. But so I don't know if it comes from Schwarber or management, but now we got to lead him off. He's got to lead off. And then they play the rest of the lineup pretty straight behind him. It's pretty interesting.
Yeah. Also, look ahead on Sunday. Aaron Nola gets to start for the Phillies. He will be
future Cardinal.
That's where I was headed with that. Big name free agent this offseason. And now, I mean, I guess, is he the top pitching prospect out there in free agency now that Shohei is going to have Tommy John? Is that how we're listing Aaron Nola now? I mean, Shohei's just a DH, right?
He's certainly in the top list.
Blake Snell.
You got Snell, you got Arias. There's 3 or 4 guys, 5 guys maybe at the top tier. I think Nola probably is number 1.
We will see how it all plays out this weekend as the Cardinals and the Phillies do battle in Philadelphia. As I look through all of the other games, the rest of the schedule around Major League Baseball for this weekend, nothing that truly jumps out at me. Battle for the wild card, Reds and Diamondbacks. That's in Arizona this weekend. Both teams vying for a spot there.
The Rangers, Joe, need to figure something out. They hit a real rough patch here in August. Their bullpen, which they tried to add to, has blown up a couple of times. The middle of the order has struggled a little bit. And, not only are they trying to hold off the Astros, the resurging Mariners now are breathing down their necks. So that West is going to be more interesting going into September than we thought it would be a month ago.
Yeah, and if you know what, back in February, if maybe you kind of looked at the AL West options and put some money down on the Mariners winning the AL West, you're not too disappointed with the way the Rangers have been playing lately.
Yeah,
with the hot winning streak that the Mariners have been on.
Nobody would do that we know.
Yeah,
maybe not. Think again.
You'd be surprised, Rammer.
Okay. Message sent.
We are brought to you each and every day by our friends at Munganess St. Louis Acura and Rammer Royal Banks.
Royal Banks of Missouri, where better service means better banking. Over 60 years in St. Louis, and now including branches on the east side in St. Charles County and in northeast Missouri, where 3 newer branches have opened up for Royal Banks of Missouri. Give them a call, 314-212-1500.
We will talk to you again on Monday, recapping Phillies and Cardinals this weekend. And the Padres will be in town after that. And we'll be back here on Daily Cards Live, right here at ClaibsOnline.com.
Munganess St. Louis Acura has a great selection of new and certified pre-owned Acuras. Get 3.9% financing for up to 36 months on all new Acura models, or get $1,000 in loyalty incentives on the 2023 TLX and RDX, and $750 in loyalty incentives on the 2024 Integra. Get financing as low as 1.99% for up to 36 months on certified pre-owned TLX and MDX models. Munganess St. Louis Acura, better than ever for you.